Hi y'all, this is Larry from deep South Texas. It's November 7th and it's time to take another look at the garden. The onion seeds I planted about 3 weeks ago have come up. So they're looking pretty good. We'll have some onions. I don't know that this will be enough onions for the whole season, so I probably have to buy some onion sets at some time, probably in January. And the leeks we planted at the same time, they're looking good. They're looking good. And parsley, that's looking good as well. Have to thin that out a little bit, I think. And the cilantro is growing well too, so this will be thin, but probably just thin it out by using it. So since it's cooled down, my 2-year-old jalapeno plant is starting to put on some more small jalapenos, getting some flowers. So I guess peppers might like hot weather, but they don't like it as hot as we get down here. So it's coming along just fine. And my Lima beans have been flowering for months and not putting on any beans. But I did see one bean the other day. Oh, there it is. If I can get this in the camera. So this is the only bean that I've seen, and but they've continued to flower for months. Maybe we'll get some more coming on. So since it's cooled down, it's a little bit easier to get out and work in the garden. And I've been refreshing the cypress mulch. It needs to be done every couple years. The cabbages that I planted, I think the same day as I did the onions, they're looking pretty good. Probably need to thin those out a little bit. The broccoli, I don't know. I've got a line of plants here, but I think a lot of them are weeds. I don't know that much of the broccoli came up. I'm going to let them get a little bit bigger before I weed out everything there. And the carrots that I planted 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, they're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I could have done a little bit better job of distributing them over the bed, but we'll be getting in here this week and thinning these out. But carrots are good. The Malabar spinach, I think, is about done for the year. It's still putting on lots and lots of seeds. I'm not 100% sure. I've been trying to save them about when to pick these seeds off. But I've been collecting them. I'm going to have lots of Malabar spinach seeds. The turmeric's looking good. Looking good. I did almost lose this barrel here. These barrels are 20 years old or older, and finally the metal bands are rusting out and falling off. I put a strap on this one to try to save it. Had the same thing happen to a barrel of ginger, and I didn't quite get to it in time. Let's go take a look at that. So there's a barrel of ginger. I think it's fallen apart too much for me to save. So we'll be harvesting the ginger out of this barrel first, and then the other 2 barrels, I think we're going to just leave them in the barrels and harvest ginger fresh as we need it throughout the year. I don't think we'll get cold enough that will be a problem for us. The Moringa is still doing fine. I have one huge tree here I don't know how tall it is, but in about a month I'm going to cut it back to about a foot above the ground, and then we'll measure that tree and see how tall it is. It's got to be at least 18 feet, maybe more. The garlic I planted last week, still it's not seeing a lot of activity, but I do see a couple shoots coming up now. So looking good. My wife tells me that this is Spanish Roja garlic. So I didn't know what it was when I planted it, but now I know what it is. Really excited about this. Going to see how it does this year. And we have a couple eggplants coming on. That's pretty good. They're not huge, but they're there. We'll be enjoying those in the next week or two. The Master Gardeners Association of Cameron County had a fundraiser last month, and we went down and we bought a couple trees. So we have an avocado tree and a mango tree. I haven't planted them yet, and I probably won't plant them till spring, just in case I have to bring them into the garage if we get some very cold weather. But they're looking pretty good. I have them setting out in the garden. I just need to figure out where to plant these. Well, I hope you enjoyed this update on my garden in November. It's cooled down. I can get into it and work a little bit, and I have a lot of beds to get ready and some that have already been planted. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.